Hey guys, welcome back to Steph's Fixation Station. Let's knit. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a 5-minute tips and tricks on how to do yarn over needle, yarn round needle, yarn forward, yarn backwards, slip stitching, and passing the slip stitch over the needle. If you guys are watching my main series at the moment, you'll know that I'm in the middle of knitting the back of my jumper. As part of the back of my jumper, I'm making this beautiful pattern, which involves a number of different techniques in order to create this wheat motif that you can see starting to emerge among the rows. And today I'm going to teach you how to do those stitches to get this beautiful pattern. In many of the tutorials I've watched, a lot of people will say that yarn forward and yarn over needle are the same thing, and that yarn round needle and yarn back are the same thing. One term from England and one term from the US. And the thing is, they are similar, but they're quite different. So today I'm going to step you through how to do each of these techniques. So let's get started. As you can see, I'm going to use this orange wool because it's a little bit thicker, so it's probably going to be a little bit easier to see what I'm actually doing. To make this wheat motif, I've created little holes in the pattern. These holes are actually called eyelets in knitting. And to make an eyelet, you need to create a decrease on one side and an increase on the other in order to create that hole. And you can see they are held together in between by stitches. And I'll show you how to make those stitches. In order to make the pattern, the first thing you'll need to do is to make a decrease. There's a couple of different ways to do a decrease, but basically it depends on whether you want to decrease leaning to the right or decrease leaning to the left. If you want to make a decrease leaning to the right, you need to do what's called knitting two together, and so I'll show you that now. So to knit two together is simple. Instead of going through a single stitch like this, you're actually going to count 2 stitches, 1, 2, come at them from the left as though you're going to knit, but go through 2 stitches. So you can see I've gone through 2 stitches there, and you're just going to knit them as normal. So that would be creating a decrease by knitting 2 together. And I'll show you that one more time. So we'll just knit 1 in between. So that's a regular stitch. And then we're going to knit 2 together by going across 2 stitches, putting our needle through both, and then knitting like we would normally. And we've created 2 decreases. Now, in order to make a decrease leaning to the left, you'll need to slip some stitches. So this side, so leaning left, is a little bit more complicated. So the first thing you need to do is slip a stitch. So to slip a stitch, you just take the stitch from the left needle as though you're going to knit it and just pull it right onto your needle. Then you're going to go through the second stitch and you'll knit that one. And from this slip stitch here, you're going to pass that slip stitch over. And that is called a decrease that leans to the left. And in knitting, that is denoted as PSSO. So if you see past the slip stitch over, that's what you're doing. So I'll show you one more time. So you first have to slip a stitch, pull that stitch onto your right needle. Then you'll knit the next stitch as normal, and then pull that slip stitch over. And you can see that's created a decrease on the left-hand side. So there you have it. That's the difference between knitting 2 together and slipping a stitch and then passing the slip stitch over. They're the 2 most common ways of creating a decrease. So the next techniques I'm going to walk you through are yarning forward and yarning backwards. And yarning forward and yarning backwards are used in 2 different situations. Yarning forward is used in a situation when you're knitting, doing knit stitches, and yarning backwards is used in a situation where you're doing purl stitches. So I'll show you what they look like now. So if we do a regular knit stitch, you can see that my yarn has ended up at the back of my work. So to create an increase, what I need to do is bring the yarn forward. And so what that means is I'm not going to create any kind of stitch. I'm just going to take the yarn through my needles so that it's now sitting at the front. And it's as simple as that. And so the next stitch is going to be a knit stitch. And the reason this creates an increase is because when you knit into that next stitch and you pull and you go to wrap the wool around, you can see that that wool that was pulled to the front is creating an extra stitch. And there you go, you can see I've increased. So I'll show you again one more time. We'll yarn forward and then we're going into a knit stitch. So when we go into that knit stitch, we're going to wrap our yarn around the needle, and that's going to create that extra stitch right here. And that's that increase by using yarn forward. But what happens when you're purling? So if I'm purling and I do a couple of purls, the yarn forward increase is not going to work. And that's because my yarn is already at the front. And so if I go into another purl stitch, it's not going to create that extra stitch. It's just going to create another purl stitch. So the way we get around that is by going yarn backwards. And yarn backwards is the same as yarn forwards, just the opposite direction. So you take your needles and you bring your yarn through so that it's sitting at the back. But then you're going to go into a purl stitch. So yarn forward is used when the next stitch is a knit stitch, and yarn back is the increase you want to use when you're going into a purl stitch. So you can see I'm in a purl. I'll bring that yarn over the needle, and when I create my purl stitch, you can see that I've created another stitch right here. And so one more time, yarn backward, going into a purl, so that when I bring that yarn over and I create my stitch, I have created another stitch on the needle. And that's how you do increases, doing yarn forward and yarn backwards. So if you can create increases and you can create decreases, what would be the purpose of yarning over and yarning round the needle? Are they just the same thing as yarning forward and yarning back? And the answer is that they're slightly different. And I'll show you what that means. So to create an increase using the yarn forward, we know that's going knit stitch, yarn forward, another knit stitch. And then to create an increase using the yarn backward would be a purl going to a yarn backwards, going into another purl. And you can see how that's creating the extra loop. But what happens when we're going from a knit to a purl? How do we create the increase then? And that's when yarn over and yarn round come into play. So if you're going from a knit stitch to a purl stitch and you want to make an increase, so you're going knit stitch into a purl stitch, how would we create that extra stitch in between? And the answer is simple. So we use the yarn round needle. So we knit our first stitch as normal, knit. So we don't bring our yarn to the front. We leave our yarn at the back. And we go into the stitch as a purl stitch and then bring the yarn over the needle, and you can see it's creating that extra stitch there. Make our stitch, and that's how you create an increase going from a knit to a purl, by creating that yarn round needle. So I'll do that one more time. We'll do our knit stitch, then we'll go into our purl stitch without bringing our yarn between the stitches, and then we'll bring it forward, create a stitch, and you can see I've made 3 stitches from knitting, yarning over, and purling. And that's how you do yarn round needles. Okay, and as you can imagine, our last way of doing an increase is to do the yarn over needle. And that is used when you are going from a purl stitch to a knit stitch. So a purl stitch, so I'll do a couple of purl stitches. And then to create the stitch in between, like we did last time, what you want to do for a yarn over needle is leave the yarn at the front, go into the next stitch as though you're doing a knit stitch, and bring the yarn over the needle. And you can see that's creating that extra stitch there. So I'll show you one more time. We'll start off with a couple of purls. And we want to get to a knit stitch increase, so we're going to go into the wool as though we're doing a knit stitch, come around, create that extra stitch on the right needle, and there you go. I've made 2 increases there. And that is how you do a yarn over needle. And it's as simple as that. In order to make beautiful eyelets like I've done in this pattern here, all you are doing is increasing and decreasing. As we've discussed, you knit two together to get a decrease to the right, and then you do a slip one past the slip stitch over the needle to get a decrease to the left. And then, depending on whether your pattern calls you to go from a knit to a knit, a purl to a purl, or a knit to a purl, or a purl to a knit, is when you use the yarn forward, yarn back, yarn round needle, or yarn over needle. And really, once you nail all of those techniques, you can knit almost any pattern that there is out there. They are the basic techniques for all stitches. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on how to yarn forward, yarn back, yarn over needle, yarn round needle, slip stitch and pass the slip stitch over the needle. And if you're enjoying this pattern and enjoying these little tips and tricks, come watch my main series on the channel, Knitting My Jumper for Beginners. I'd love to have you there. Bye, guys.